Ninth degree black belt, Grandmaster Heng Lee, president and founder of Sangam Taekwondo and the ATA Black Belt Academies, proudly presents The Way of Traditional Taekwondo, Volume 5, Green Belt. This is the fifth tape in a collection of reference materials covering the complete style of Sangam Taekwondo. It has been designed to reinforce the materials that students learn from their instructors while attending classes. We strongly emphasize that this tape is not a replacement for practice sessions in the classroom. Volume 5 of The Way of Traditional Taekwondo was developed for the 5th grade green belt student.
Great job, sir.
ATA. Super job, sir.
Thank you, sir. Hi, welcome to the 5th level of your Sangam Taekwondo training, Green Belt. I'm Rick Hebert, Vice Chairman of Instruction for the American Taekwondo Association. The Green Belt level marks your halfway point towards achieving your black belt. So enjoy the tape as our guest instructor, Mr. Sergio Von Schmeling, and our National Chairman of Tournaments, Master Jay Cole, demonstrate the green belt material for you.
Hi, I'm Sergio Von Schmeling. Are you ready to train hard? Well, you are on your halfway to black belt. Then, you ready? I see you later on the tape.
This tape is designed to help you learn and retain the green belt material. By attending class with your instructor, reading the Way encyclopedias, and watching the Way videos, you should be very well prepared for your next testing. Philosophy. The symbolic interpretation for the green belt is, the pine tree is beginning to develop and grow in strength. The small pine tree is now beginning to grow in strength, much as the green belt student is developing power as the techniques begin to work in unison. The color green was chosen to represent the color that the tree takes on as it begins its growth and starts to leaf. This usually takes place in the spring of the year, symbolizing a fresh start. Types of movements. In this section, we will discuss the new types of movements for the green belt student. Two of the new movements relate to kicks. They are the step reverse and step spin movements. The step reverse and step spin movements are combinations of the reverse and spin kicks which were taught at the camel belt level. Each kick is preceded by a step with your back leg towards your opponent, which when performed correctly will increase the power and momentum of the technique. Step reverse refers to the stepping of your rear leg towards your opponent while turning 180 degrees to strike the target, ending with a kicking foot landing towards the opponent. Step spin refers to the stepping of your rear leg towards your opponent while turning 180 degrees to strike the target, continuing the turning motion until the kicking leg finishes the 360-degree turn by landing away from the opponent. Timing in this tape refers specifically to the timing necessary in blocking and striking an opponent. Timing is the element of a block that allows it to deflect a strike from its intended target. Block too soon, and you'll miss the technique, allowing it to hit you. Block too late, and you get hit before you have a chance to block. Another aspect of timing relates to the timing of a counterattack. The moment after an attack is when your opponent is most susceptible to your counterattack. If your timing is accurate, you can score or end a fight at this point. To review previous types of movements studied at the beginner levels, consult with your instructor and the Way Encyclopedia and tapes. Stances. At the green belt level, there are no new stances to introduce. However, in tournament competition and testings, the judges observe the proper execution of stances with more criticism than at lower ranked levels. So dedicate time during your training as a green belt to practice and improve the quality of all previously learned stances. Strikes and blocks. At the green belt level, we will introduce you to one new block and one new strike. At the green belt level, it's important to execute your techniques more realistically. Performing technically correct movements are encouraged while practicing forms, but not so for sparring. For sparring, you should train using quick, reflexive techniques that have a natural flow to them. Twin outer forearm block. The new block for green belts is an advanced version of the orange belt's outer forearm block. It is performed basically in the same manner, however both arms execute this technique at the same time. In a right front stance, with your right hand most visible to you, cross your arms in front of your solar plexus until they form an X and touch at the area between the wrist and elbow. Rotate the arms while moving them apart to an inning position just beyond shoulder level. Your fists should be slightly below eye level with your palms facing towards your opponent. The twin outer forearm block is also very effective when used as a breakaway to defend against an attack. For maximum efficiency, it's important to execute the breakaway before the attacker completes the initial attack. Ridge hand strike. The ridge hand strike is a new technique for green belts. The ridge hand delivers devastating power, but requires considerable conditioning and proper execution to avoid possible injury. We recommend considerable practice on soft targets before attempting this strike on any hard surface. Let's study the proper hand position and striking area necessary to perform the ridge hand strike. Begin with your hand out flat. Cross your thumb over the palm. This allows the ridge of the hand to protrude. Slightly bend the tips of the fingers, contracting the muscles that make the hand tight and rigid while exposing the ridge hand striking point. Begin practicing the ridge hand strike by extending your hands as if executing a punch. Chamber the ridge hand along the side of your ribs with palm facing up. Extend the striking hand out to a 45-degree angle while retracting the opposite hand. Pull the entire striking arm across and toward your target while completing the rotation of the hand until the ridge portion meets the target. Allowing the shoulder to lead the technique will add considerable power. We cannot emphasize enough the importance of reviewing previous learned techniques as you advance towards the ranks of black belt. Kicks. The new kicks introduced at the green belt level are the step reverse and step spin side kick and the reverse and spin crescent kick. These kicks use the turning motion of the body to develop power and surprise attackers. In the previous tape, we discussed the skills necessary to perform the reverse and spin side kicks. A review of these skills are in order as they also apply to your new kicks. Always remember, don't telegraph your actions, keep your hands up, quickly focus on the target before you kick, maintain proper upper body position, and don't over-rotate your body. Step reverse side kick. The components of the step reverse side kick are the same as other kicks. Begin in a sparring stance. Step with your rear foot forward to a position between you and your target. Turn, focus on the target, and without pause, chamber the kick. Allow the body to complete its rotation and execute the technique. Rechamber the kick and return it to the ground at a position between you and the target. Step spin side kick. The step spin side kick is identical in execution to the step reverse side kick, with the exception of the foot placement upon return. The step spin side kick continues the rotation of the body, returning the kicking foot to the rear position. The execution of these techniques have been broken down for ease of understanding. Actual kicks should be fluid in motion, increasing with speed as they near the target. Once the upper body begins its twist, there should be no pausing or slowing of the technique. The reverse crescent kick uses the outer edge of the foot between the heel and the little toe as its striking point. The kick utilizes a circular striking motion, making it both powerful and difficult to block. Reverse crescent kick. The components of the reverse crescent kick are slightly different than that of other kicks. Begin the kick in a sparring stance. Allow your head to start the turning action, followed by the torso, then hips, and finally the leg. Lift the leg while driving upwards towards the target. The leg should reach its peak at the point of impact with the target. Allow the leg to return to the ground, placing the kicking foot between you and the target. Spin crescent kick. The spin crescent kick is identical in execution to the reverse crescent kick, with the exception of the foot placement upon return. The spin crescent kick continues the rotation of the body, returning the kicking foot to the rear position. While training, avoid using the crescent kick on heavy bags or body shields. The resistance is too high and could cause damage to the knee after extended training. Limit your target practice to a handheld pad that is easily moved upon contact. Form. The completion of Sangam 5 marks your halfway point in the color belt levels. Sangam 5 completes the eastern half of the Sangam star. Sangam 5 has 8 phases, lettered A, B, C, D, E, and opposites of A, C, and D. Phase A, twin outer forearm block, number 2 front kick, reverse ridge hand strike, number 1 round kick, double knife hand block. Phase B, outer forearm block, low block, punch, inner forearm block. Phase C, number 3 side kick, twin low block, twin inner forearm block. Phase D, double outer forearm block, number 1 front kick, reverse punch, step reverse side kick, double outer forearm block. Phase A opposite, twin outer forearm block, number 2 front kick, reverse ridge hand strike, number 1 round kick, double knife hand block. Phase E, knife hand high block, knife hand low block, reverse fingertip thrust, double knife hand block. Phase C, opposite, number 3 side kick, twin low block, twin inner forearm block. Phase D, opposite, double outer forearm block, number 1 front kick, reverse punch, step reverse side kick, double outer forearm block. Begin Sangam 5 in the at ease position. Relax in this position until given the next command. Chariat, Kyanye, Chumbi, Shija. Sangam 5 has 34 movements and 2 kiops. The kiops are performed during movements 10 and 25. One-step sparring. At the green belt level, you should focus upon improving the flow, rhythm, and control of your techniques. Technique should flow as if actually sparring versus performing formal one-steps. While performing one-steps and sparring, it's essential that you keep your hands up, guarding your face at all times. Protect yourself while kicking by keeping your hands up in the sparring position, and during hand techniques by keeping your opposite arm up in sparring position. Number 1, evade, repeat number 1 side kick, reverse crescent kick, back fist reverse punch, number 1 round kick, double step back. Number 2, evade, reverse horizontal fingertip thrust, adjust distance, repeat number 1 round kick, spin crescent kick, number 1 or number 3 side kick, double step back. Number 3, evade, reverse punch, punch, reverse ridge hand strike, knife hand strike, adjust distance, number 1 jump side kick, double step back. Paro. Show. Self-defense. The moves of self-defense are not to be practiced like one-step sparring or forms. Self-defense is not restrained to stances or body positions. Practice the movements from different angles and positions to become efficient in your self-defense application. Number 1, hand trap, hair grab, knee strike, radial nerve strike, with follow-ups including front kick and or jump front kick. Number 2, step over armbar, back elbow strike, number 1 side kick, with follow-ups including front kick and or jump front kick. It's good practice to alternate the use of the suggested follow-up techniques. Grandmaster Lee also encourages the adding of some of your own follow-ups.
Thank you, sir.
Done, sir.
Free sparring. In the camel belt tape, we covered blocking and moving, combinations, and countering. In this tape, we will continue to build upon those topics to learn more about the science of sparring. Before adding to those topics, let's study 3 basic types of Sangam Taekwondo sparring: classroom, testing, and tournament sparring. A basic understanding of each type will improve your confidence and competence. Classroom sparring is designed to teach sparring skills. There is no winner or loser because learning is the ultimate goal. There should be no or minimal contact made during classroom sparring. Testing sparring is designed to showcase your sparring skills to the judges. There is no winner or loser because the display of individual skill is the ultimate goal. There should be no or minimal contact made during testing sparring. Tournament sparring is designed to teach the controlled use of techniques. The ultimate goal is to score points and compete with a positive attitude. There should be no or minimal contact made during tournament sparring.
Good job, sir. All right.
Sparring of all types is exciting and fun. Taekwondo is, however, considered a contact sport. ATA requires that you equip yourself with ATA-approved headgear, handgear, footgear, mouthpiece, and supporter for males. See your instructor to purchase your official ATA sparring gear. Before continuing past this point, please review the blocking grid, movement patterns, and evasion techniques demonstrated on the Camel Belt tape. A common thread to achieving success in each type of sparring is to seek proficiency in the use of each topic. Since you have already reviewed the blocking grid, let's review one and learn two new types of footwork to add to your movement and evasion arsenal. The double step, the switch, and the single step. Double steps allow quick adjustments of distance in relation to that of your opponent. You can double step using the V-in and V-out patterns, moving forward or backward, and also from side to side. To double step right, move the left foot back to the right foot and the right foot sideways to the right. To double step left, move the right foot back to the left foot and the left foot sideways to the left. Switching means to switch stances by quickly switching the position of the front and rear feet. Don't bounce, stay low, and switch your feet as quickly as possible. This movement can confuse your opponent while improving your offensive or defensive position. The single step is true to its name. You can single step forward or single step backward depending upon the distance between you and your opponent. While stepping, keep your feet low to the ground and step as quickly as possible. Students new to sparring unconsciously use many of the movements described up to this point. Advanced students consciously combine the footwork and evasion tactics. Practice combining various movement and evasion tactics to improve your sparring. Combinations and countering. In previous tapes, we practiced sparring segments. In future tapes, we will focus upon actual sparring. With experience, your sparring will become more instinctive as you begin creating your own individual sparring strategies. Look for future way tapes to include tips on building your sparring strategy. Combinations. Let's study a combination from your form. The number one front kick, reverse punch, step reverse side kick. The front kick is executed towards the midsection, an easy target for all body types and ages. Follow with the reverse punch, a quick, easy to execute technique. The strategy is to score with the reverse punch on the opening created as the opponent drops their hand to block the front kick. Follow with the step reverse side kick, a kick that covers a lot of distance quickly while camouflaging your intended technique. Blocking, footwork, and evasive movement. Now that we have studied the combination, let's look at how to use the blocking quadrants combined with footwork to evade. Evade the front kick by shifting back while executing a number 3 quad block. Evade the reverse punch with a single step and number 2 quad block. Evade the reverse side kick by sidestepping and executing a number 4 quad block. Follow with a counterattack. Countering. Each individual move of the attack can be countered. Counter the front kick using a number 3 quad block and reverse punch. The reverse punch with a number 2 quad block and a number 1 side kick. The step reverse side kick by a sidestep left, number 4 quad block, and crescent kick, round kick combination. Unlimited amount of combinations and counters that you can use. Seek the guidance of your instructor to learn more of each.
Well, that's the end of another great tape. In the Camel Belt tape, we spoke about the importance of setting goals. I urge you again to set both short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals could be preparing for your next testing, beginning your ProTech training, or becoming an instructor. Long-term goals could include becoming a certified instructor, eventually opening a school of your own. Setting and achieving such goals will put you in a class of high achievers, achievers that have all earned the right to wear the black belt. So today, reaffirm your commitment to achieving your black belt. Now some closing words from Mr. Sergio Von Schmeling.
Hello again. I hope you enjoyed the tape. And like Mr. Ever say, you set your goals, work hard, and achieve it. I did set my goals a long time ago to become a great instructor. Well, with the motivation of Grandmaster Lee and the help of my instructors, I think I did it. Now, it's your time. Well, work hard, set your goals, and I see you at the next ATA event.
Surprise!
Esa parte.
That was our key. Welcome to.
Is it bleeding?
We got a little blood.
We're gonna do that. The sound you did, perfect. If I can just break with your sound. Let me just do it with my right hand. You cannot do what?
One roll.
I do more like a twist kick. We ready, gentlemen?
Let's go.